Magic. Magic, where are you from originally?
I'm from Los Angeles, California.
South Central?
So,
Tell me about your family growing up.
grew up in a pretty large family. My mom had 11 kids. I grew up in the Jordan projects. Well, all throughout the project systems, the housing, Nixon Gardens and Jordan and you name it. I've been there. So I'm the youngest of 7 boys. I got more prison priors than anybody in my family, and I probably did more time than any of my brothers.
You joined the gang early,
Yeah, 14.
14. Did you feel like there was an option for you other than that?
Yeah, I mean, I was into sports and stuff like that, but it was just I never had no father figure to like influence me or to coach me or to like, you know.
You had mom and dad?
I had my mom, and then she got sick and had a coma, and I went up to live with my auntie, which adopted us fairly young. Me and my little sister, my 2 brothers.
Your dad wasn't in the picture?
No.
And so you joined a gang at 14. What happens after that?
Pretty much, it was actually, when I started banging, it was fun. It was probably around the summer of '97, and everything was like real metro, like really on site with rival gangs. A lot of casualties, a lot of fatalities, a lot of blacks that I grew up with are not here today due to gang banging back then in the '90s. I'm like I'm lucky enough to make it through the storm, and I'm just grateful enough to be here to make the interview today because there's been many times where I shouldn't have been, like a lot of times.
How many years did you do in prison?
I did. My first term ever, I got 480 for terrorist threats and GBI. And
GBI is?
great bodily injury.
Mm.
And so due to 9/11, terrorist threat was big, and I fell right under when they just changed it from a low felony to a high felony, which was, the strikeable offense. So I got a strike fairly young, and anybody that been in the prison system, jail system, they know once you take your strike, it's pretty much a wrap from there. I developed my second, and I'm on my third. I have 3 strikes.
So you gotta walk a very straight line now?
Yes, I do. But do I live life like I got 3 strikes? No, I don't. I still live life on the edge. I live like, but I do know that I got more at stake than other people. So that's probably why I go harder than a lot of people. They do, because they really ain't got nothing really to lose, and ain't got no prison terms, so they can just come back out and start afresh again. By me having 3 strikes, I'm not able to do that. Me starting over fresh, it will be after 15 years, and I'm already 38. And that's just if I get another strikeable offense, that's 5, 15, plus whatever time I get for the crime I committed. So it's not like a walk in the park for me no more when it comes down to law. So I kind of walk a straight line, but I walk a hard straight line. Like if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it big. If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go all out. I don't carry guns no more because I developed a sense of feeling that I am a gun. Being that everybody knows what's a gun gonna do to you. A gun's gonna kill you, and I know exactly what I'm gonna do. So I don't need a gun. So all I need to do is get one, but I don't really try to take nothing that far nothing like that. That's why I don't affiliate myself with black people or say niggas, because niggas is ignorant, and there's a difference between a black person and a nigga. Of course, we all know that nigga is ignorant, who just fail to realize or to fail to want to understand common knowledge of like this is what you're supposed to know, common sense, common courtesy, common, it's just like, just so, I mean, so I try not to, hang with people like that, engage with people like that. I hang with the Mexicans, and I feel like it's a better alternative for me because look where all the black people are at in the heart of downtown. I didn't discover downtown until I was like 33, and I'm 38. That was about 5 years ago. When I came out here, I was so devastated. I'd never seen so many black people in my life. I wonder where all the black people had went. And when I came downtown, it was like I was mixed emotion. I was like happy. I was sad. I was fucking everything, bro. I was like out of place, and it's like I called fucking downtown Gotham City, and like and this is kind of the statistic of a nigga when society can't do nothing with him. They got places like him. If he ain't in jail, you down here, and so that's why I try to refrain from being down here and try to be in a more diverse area where I'm still downtown, but not downtown Skid Row.
Where do you stay? Are you on the street?
I stay on Alameda, yeah.
But you're on the street?
Yes, I'm on the street by choice. I'm just dodging responsibility as a father and a man.
You have kids?
Yeah, so.
How many kids?
I got 6 kids, 5 baby mamas. And I'm active in a couple of them life. I take, provide them stuff, whatever I come up on off the streets or whatever, but I'm basically on like a vacation because, being a part of society, you have to be one of those to get up every day and go to work and to be that example. But we all know people that's living that lifestyle basically hate their lives. They got to get up and work at a job that they probably hate just to give somebody else their check to allow them to live. You got to pay this man rent after you just worked for it. Here, thank you for letting me live. I'm on the streets, I'm in a trailer. I have the same necessities that you do in the house. I have running water, I have light, I have everything, and I pay for nothing. No taxes, everything. I mean, I'm living, like, tell you the truth, a lavish lifestyle compared to most people in society. I got the best of the best things. It's just, it ain't all what it cracked up to be. It ain't all about drugs and all that. It comes along with it, but it's more than that to that. But
it beats living in a tent.
Of course, I would never. If I ever have to push a basket and recycle, it's tap out time. That means program. Something. I mean, I cannot handle it myself. I need help, resources from the government or some assistance. I mean, I can't do it no more. Whenever I have to fucking live in a tent, I got points to where I'll never go lower than what my standards are and what, you know what I'm saying? And, it be times that it do get hard out here, but it's times that I have actually spent more money than people that work every day and all that. Like, not sometimes, but all the time, I give my family stuff. They don't look at me like as a homeless. When I go to my people's house, they always like, what you got for me? I always got something good. Man, trust me, like this. I mean, even though it's not the way of the world and it's not a good example to lead by, but I made more money than I've made on the streets. I've worked for caterings, I worked for warehouses, you name it, construction, all that, and I never made as much money as I do now on the streets. And that's
how do you make money?
Well, Well, that part is kind of well, I'm gonna tell you like this: I don't sell drugs, and I don't rob people. But what I do is formulate a team of elite criminals and find out their best interests and their best access, and I use it to my advantage. And what I do is I like to find little like cracks and crevices of these companies that they don't think the public are aware to, like maybe a side door or something like that. Just a rooftop and very like discreet and very like, you know. And I like to, you know, get my my compensation from I guess these companies that don't mind you know, giving it up because they, you know, also with the train thing, I'm pretty sure you heard that on the news, the train. I know people are part of that. We had the best of the best thing from the wall tools, from Milwaukee, from household appliance, from everything. Everything, you name it, we got it.
Isn't that a form of stealing?
Yeah, that is a form of stealing. But if you look at it, it's a form of a higher level than like petty theft and robbing people. Exactly. People been knocking off the trains from the beginning of time since horseback. And so that's always been a scapegoat for criminal-minded people. And just now it just got way more easier with due to the stopping of importing and exporting merchandise from China and stuff. Thanks to Trump on that, you know, he made that possible for us.
What stops you from just getting a legitimate job?
Well, seeing that I make more than my friends that do work and do bust their ass, and it's kind of like, why would I want to do that? It's like, even though maybe people will look at me differently, like how? As long as you got money, people gonna look at you the same way, whether you work hard for it or whether you make it on the street. So, trust me, it's like, as long as you're making money, that's all the world like needs you to make money, to spend money, to give it back to them. Like, I don't care how you make it, as long as you have it. So if that's the case, I might as well get it the easiest way, and the best way, in the most frequent way is, you know. But, you know, I know it's gonna catch up to me one day, probably. But that's if I start dabbling and stuff. Like I said, I formulate a team, and then you know, I have them go. You know?
Do you have a bank account?
Well, only the bank account. The bank account is just for, I guess, for I don't know. That's for people with plans and goals, and I don't really have no goals or nothing said. I'm not trying to buy a car, or a house, or nothing. No, I have a shoebox.
Yeah.
And they're like that.
You don't pay taxes, right?
I don't pay taxes at all.
Yeah. But is there a drug in your life?
Of course.
Crack?
Never.
Crystal meth?
One of them.
What's the other one?
What you think?
I don't know. Looking at your body, I would guess crack, but
why is crack in my body?
Because you're lean and physical. You know, you're built. I've seen a lot of crack bodies look like
crack
yours.
bodies look like that. That's kind of offensive. No, I don't smoke crack. I see my parents smoke crack. No, I don't do crack. I do weed, lines of crystal. I don't smoke crystal. I do lines and black and miles. That's all of. And then being black is a drug out here. Is a fucking drug, addictive, dangerous drug. Being black. So I was born harmful and with some type of, you know what I'm saying? So I just figure like that, like anything that you endure in your life that's not good for you is just could be considered a drug. In my case, the LAPD will be like absent parents, anybody that causes an effect, anything that causes an effect in my life to make me think differently than what I should. is considered, could be a drug that make me. So, I'm not really addicted to drugs. I'm addicted to the lifestyle that comes with the drugs.
But what is it about this lifestyle? Is it
Oh my
the
God!
drama?
Like
Freedom?
buku sex, freedom, definitely freedom. You know, you don't have no sense of responsibility. You know, even though I miss being a dad, but man, and once this street shit get a little harder than this, then I'll maybe consider going back to my old ways and working and doing all that. But it's boring. Tell you the truth, it's boring.
Tell me about the sex that you just mentioned.
Oh man,
Crystal meth, and you're living on the street.
Oh my God.
What does that mean?
That's a straight mixture for like.
And you're a handsome dude, so you're gonna get.
Yeah, so I mean, I try to get the best of the best women that's out on the shit in the streets, because you know they deal drugs. I mean, they do drugs too, so you can't get them too shot out. So I get the best of the best women out here, and just all day, just nonstop, just like fucking. You know, that's one of the side effects of the drugs. It stimulates you sexually, and it can stimulate your mind to alter it to whatever mood swing you in. Like I do a line and I want to be on the hunt for a girl, and then sometimes I do a line and I want to be on the hunt for the nigga that owe me some money. It depends on what like level you on, and it just puts you on that level to a higher like standing, and it makes all your senses like open, like, you know what I'm saying? You be so like vigilant and like to what you're doing. Like it brainstorms way more options than the normal brain, which would be just like, you know.
Tell me about how crystal meth enhances your sexual appetite.
It does. If you have the right, you know what I'm saying, connect or whatever, stay with some good shit. Like as soon as you do a line, because I do a line, I can't really tell how you smoke. If you do a line and it burns, and once you get that drip, and it's over, that means it's entering your bloodstream, and it's just doom. And if your mind is on sex, and that's what it is, and it's gonna be like that until your mind venture off to something else. But like if you got a strong mind, you can be fucking for hours. Like I fucked for like one of the girls I've been knowing for like 16 years. I've been doing crystal that long. I've been knowing for like 16 years. When I first started doing crystal, when it was just like, at its best, we fucked for like 12 hours straight. And like the comforter was soaking wet, like you can pick it up and fucking drench it like this, dude. It's like, oh my God, that was the best, like, and the longest session I ever had, and she still stuck with me to this day. Like, and she's married and everything, and it's just one of the perks that the crystals have. But if you misuse it or if you let it do you, it could be harmful and effective. Like it fucks up your brain,
your sleep schedule.
Yeah, your sleep schedule, definitely appearances and all type of shit. It's just crazy. It depends on what type of mood you're in and how strong the drug is, and this environment. It's like it's actually a party drug. It's like it blew coke by storm. Like I never seen nobody do a coke line and then try crystal and go back to coke. Never. It's like, for real. It's like just like with crack. Crack hit the people so strong, and hit black people so strong that I got scared of it. I would never ever try crack, ever in my life try crack, because of how addictive it is, and how that, you know what I'm saying, the emotions you go behind it, and it's just crazy. So crystal didn't have a wave like that of but now it is, but it's not.
It's a very popular drug.
It's very popular, and a lot of professional people do crystal, just to be on a higher professional level. And it's a common drug now. I'm not gonna lie. First, I was ashamed of using it until I seen people that I looked up to actually using it too. So it's like, damn. But either or, that's really not a good thing to do. It's just putting toxins in your body. But pollution is toxin also, and we ain't got no choice but to inhale that. So it's like, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die doing what I want to. Yeah, but crystal is definitely a sex drug.
What's your biggest regret?
My biggest regret is for taking my first strike.
Is what?
For taking my first strike.
Your first strike, which got you prison time.
Because after that, I was just like a magnet. I was a magnet for jail. I did all my 20s in jail. That's why I made my gang-banging career in jail, not the streets. Some people do it on the streets, but like, if all the real gangsters, whoever out there listening, we know that all the real niggas is in jail. I'm telling you, I'm county made. Feel me? So I'm proud of that, and that's where it's not like you can go run behind your homies or go run behind nothing. No, it's there, right then and there, in front of everybody, and it's just a persona you got to wear for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? That's what made me upgrade my gangsterism, as you say, and at a higher level than a lot of people that's older than me. That's, you know what I'm saying? Because I learned it from the ones who do it best. So I'm not really, I don't regret going to jail. I just regret taking that strike, which kind of lengthens my time other than the normal with no record. Like if I went to jail for RSP, receiving stolen property, and I seen my homies get out of jail 5-6 times for RSP, and within months, my first receiving stolen property, bro, they tried to offer me 5 years. So that come along with that strike, that first strike I took. I had a fraud, identity case, identity theft case with the TAP pass. Because I had a strike, they made me plead to another strike, a strike and 5 years probation, just because of that. But anybody else, they would have gave them 180 days or just time served or something like that. So taking that first strike was my biggest regret, and that kind of put me downhill in my jail career.
You think you'll be on the streets the rest of your life?
No, of course not. I'm gonna hang this up one day. I'm not gonna be old out here. That's one of my pet peeves. One of my biggest fears is being out here old and just missing out on my kids completely. Like my oldest kid is 22, I guess, and then my up-and-coming son, he just made it in high school and all that. So what I'm gonna do is, my plan is to, cause I wasn't there for y'all, you count me to be there to take care of my grandkids, you know. And by then I'll be too old to be running around out here, and all. But my dad is still on the street in the trailer and all that. He's like 73 years old. He's the first of his first member from his gang, and he's a highly respected gang member too. And my mom and auntie used to tell me, "You'll be just like your daddy." I didn't even know who the fuck he was. Who the fuck is my daddy? But when I reunited with him when I got older, bro, and I see the way he get down and his gangsterism at a high level, they was not lying. I'm just like my daddy.
Is that right?
Reputable. And I consider myself as one of them ones. One of them ones mean whoever running shit in that area, I'm one of them. When I go to jail, I'm the rep. And this happened like that. My leadership is like stupid powerful when it comes down to taking orders and just like if I don't run shit, it ain't right. So my block, I run it.
So somebody's going to ask, so I'll ask the question in the comments. Do you work out?
No. This
is just your natural body.
Yes, this is county bill, all county jail and prison, calisthenics.
But when's the last time you spent time in prison?
Started in prison probably like 2012. I've been doing.
So you've been out for a long time.
Yeah, but county I did. Last time I was in.
But you look like you're going to the gym every day.
No, I don't. See, this is all calisthenics, no weights. You know, I don't eat like all that other shit, and I don't drink soda. I drink juice. No, I got diabetes and all that, but
you do.
Yeah, but you know, I'm not about to let the doctor go diagnose me and give me all type of medicines. Then I'm gonna start rivering and die, and I'm not about to do that. So when it take toll of me and it gets the best of me, then I'll start doing something about it. But until then, fuck it.
I'm afraid somebody's going to pick up crystal meth after seeing this video with you in a tank top.
Hey, well, just if you do it, do it. Just don't let it do you. That's all I can say. Because you'll be a zombie walking around here with no shoes, no.
There's plenty of those.
Yeah,
for every one of you, there's about 5,000.
You know, but
psychotic zombies.
Yeah, but that's what it is.
Do you moderate how much you?
No, of course. I have a limit. I mean, it depends on, like I said, it depends on how good the drug is. Because if it's good, 1 line, 2 lines, get me through the day. Like through the day. Like as soon as that high comes down, another one. Then I'm on something, like for real. Like, and then, but if it's weak, then I'll be stuffing my nose with this shit and just this. It depends on how good it is.
Is it scare you at all to be ingesting a drug that there's so little regulation on how it's made? Like you don't know who's making it.
Sometimes it is, and especially due with the fentanyl usage and the fentanyl just sweeping the nation and death tolls. It does scare me that I could be slipped something that's not chemically balanced, something that's not made right. But I think they got that part figured out because there's a certain type of person you have to go through before the drugs actually hit the streets.
No, but I've heard some people describe the ingredients in crystal meth. And
yes,
it's just like everything under the kitchen sink.
Under kitchen sink appliances. Yes, you are correct. But like I said, pollution is a lot worse than that.
Yeah.
And this fucking tap water we're drinking is probably so
that's true.
Who's to say? And then so many recalls on foods and so many salmonella poisons. So what the hell? I can be a square that never did nothing and die from eating some fucking cabbage with fucking salmonella in it.
You look healthy to me.
Yeah, so it's just I'm taking the risk either way, whether I'm living the normal life or this life. I'm still taking a risk. Why? Statistics. Black, young male. And so I was already counted out before I was counted in. So
Yeah. Magic, what would you say is the most important lesson you've learned in your life?
The most important, and I just learned this recently too. If they're not for you, they're against you. And that's for anybody that is not truly by your side, and that's including family members, friends, everybody. They're not for you, they're against you. And I kept this, like, you know, loving people that was not for me, and it was affecting me, bringing me down as a person, like. And once I started to just fuck it and fuck them and all that, such a relief, and I just got more bodacious and more fucking like straightforward and like tell how it is. I know cutthroat. I mean, that's the biggest, most important thing I learned. If that was the question, right? Yeah.
You need some sleep.
No, not really. No, let me see. Did I sleep yesterday? I didn't sleep yesterday. I probably did.
All right, Magic. I'll let you get some sleep. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
All right, thank you, Mark.
Thanks, man.